Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear learners and respected teachers. Welcome to English Grade 4 video lecture series. Students, today we are going to talk about our unit number 3, and the title is Heaven on Earth. This is our lecture number 1 of unit 3. Let us read the students' learning outcome of reading and critical thinking competency. Our students' learning outcome, or SLO, is use effective strategies to tackle blending unfamiliar words to read, including sounding out, separating into syllables, using the analogy, identifying known prefixes and suffixes, using context. Let us break it down. Here we are going to learn strategies to tackle words that are blended together, words that are different, they are unfamiliar to read. So, and specifically in this SLO, we are focusing on prefixes and suffixes, which I have highlighted for you over here. So, we will learn that what are prefixes, what are suffixes, how different words come together to make a word, how a word is divided into different parts. Yes. So students, I hope that you are ready and excited for this, for learning this students' learning outcome. Let us open our book, page 21, and start talking about prefixes and suffixes. Now, let us first understand what are affixes. Affixes are word parts that change the meaning of a root word. Now, affixes has two kinds, prefixes and suffixes. They are both affixes. So, affixes are word parts. It means that when you see a word, you can find out affixes, which means you can find out prefixes and suffixes from the word. For example, we have the word uncomfortable. Yes, this is one word, uncomfortable. Un is the prefix, comfort is our root word, and suffix and able is our suffix. So together, we write it together, we call it uncomfortable. And you can see the different colors, 1, 2, and 3. It means this word is divided into different parts. It has affixes. It has prefix, it has a suffix, and it has a root word. These are the three things that we find in a word. Sometimes we only find a prefix, sometimes we only find a suffix, and sometimes we find both of these in one word. Now, a prefix is a group of letters that are added to the beginning, to the start of a root word to change its meaning. Students, remember, the main word we have is root word. Root word is our main word. Sometimes we put group of letters at the beginning of the root word. Sometimes we put at the after the root word. For example, uncomfortable. Here, the word uncomfortable, un is your prefix, comfort is your root word, and able is your suffix. This is your suffix. Root word is comfort. So, and what is the prefix? Prefix comes before the root word. Our root word is comfort. So, what do we have before comfort? Un. Un is our prefix, and able is our suffix. Suffix is a letter or group of letters added to the end of a root word to change its form or meaning. For example, uncomfortable. Here, the root word is comfort and the suffix is able. So it becomes uncomfortable, with able being the suffix over here that is coming after the root word. So, yes, Students, you're right. There are a lot of different prefixes and suffixes that we put before different root words, before the root word and after the root word. We need to learn these prefixes, these words, these group of letters, and we need to learn the suffixes, group of letters or group or a word that is coming after the root word. So I hope we are clear about what a prefix is, what a suffix is, and what a root word is. Now, let us see on page 22. Here is a table that you can see. Prefixes. We have prefixes like un, dis, dis, im, and re. So un, this, im, and re. These are our prefixes. What are our root words? We have so many different root words like kind, appear, possible, right. So how do we combine it together? Un plus kind becomes unkind. Someone that is not kind is called unkind. Appear and dis makes up one word, disappear. What is our prefix? Dis, and the root word appear. Impossible. Im plus possible becomes impossible. Rewrite, which means to write again, and that is also a word having prefix. Now let us see suffixes with root words and let's combine them together. So we have suffixes like full, ness, ness, ly, li, and ion. Root words beauty, lazy, friend, decorate. Now let's put these different suffixes and words together. Beauty becomes beautiful. The root word lazy, and if you add ness with it, becomes laziness. Friend and li, friendly. Decorate and shun. We add tion, we remove e and add ion. It becomes decoration. So all of these words after the root word, they are called suffixes. Now, let us understand and do this activity. You have to pause the video, do this activity quickly, and come soon. Yes. So students, I hope that you can see, form new words by using the given prefixes and suffixes. Let's form new words. Un, dis, im, re, and we have some suffixes like full, ness, li, and ion. So can we make different words? Yes. Do this quickly, make up new words, and share it with your instructor. Unfaithful, unkind. We can make word with full, like the word beautiful. Graceful. We can make word with I am. Impatient, impossible. So we can make a lot of words using these prefixes and suffixes. Okay, now here is an Islamic perspective, a verse from the Holy Quran. Let's take a break and read this beautiful verse. It is from Surah Naba, verse 1 and 2. What are they asking one another about? About the momentous news. Let's read it again. What are they asking one another about? About the momentous news. Students, this is a very beautiful verse from Surah Naba, verse 1 and 2. You can see these red words, color red, these are your affixes. Yes, we have affixes over here. And let's see if we can recognize whether they are prefixes or suffixes. Asking. The root word is ask. Ing is coming after the root word. So this is our suffix. Another. The root word is other, and we have a group of letters an coming before the root word. It becomes another. Now, what do you think about this word? Momentous. Do you think it is having a prefix or a suffix? Yes, it is having a suffix OUS. And what about the word news? It is also having a suffix S after the word new. It becomes news. Okay, now let's talk about what is a compound word and what do you know about affixes. Do you know about compound words? Yes. When we are having two or more than two words coming together, they are called compound words. And do we know about affixes? Yes, of course. Affixes are words that are coming before the root word and after the root word. They are called prefix and suffix. So, a compound word, let's read the definition. This is a word and it is a compound word that is a combination of two or more words that function as a single unit. So you combine two or more than two words together to make one word. For example, the word ice cream is a compound word. All right. We have the word sunflower. Yes. It is made up of two words, sun and flower. And then we make it a one word called sunflower, which is a type of a flower. So, can you come up with more words? Can you come up with more compound words? All right. Now, let's revise what are affixes. A letter or group of letters attached to a root word to form a new word. Prefix is an affix that is added to the beginning of a word, and suffix is an affix that is added at the end of the root word. Now we know what are compound words, what are affixes, and what are the types. They are prefixes and suffixes. Here is a word success. Now we can make so many different words. We can make the word successful by adding FUL. This is a suffix. We can make the word unsuccessful with having a prefix at the start and a suffix at the end. Un is our prefix. Success is our root word. And full is our suffix. Yes. So we had one word success. We made different compound words successful and unsuccessful. Now, what we are talking about is inflection, words that we add at the end. And inflectional ending is a word part that is added to the end of the base word that changes the number or tense of a base word. For example, if you add s or es with any singular noun, that is what we call inflectional words. So boy, and if we add the word s after y, that becomes boy. So boys and boy. What do you see the difference? We added s. That makes it an inflectional word with the addition of s. Very good. Now, we have another word, play. You can use the suffix full and make playful. You can use inflectional endings like plays, played, playing, ing, ed, and s. All these words with the main word, they are called inflectional endings. Now, let's talk about the group activity over here. Now, I would request the teacher to divide the class into different groups, learn and understand the instructions, and then let them perform the group activity by themselves. So, teacher will divide the class in 3 groups. One group will be assigned prefix, other suffix, and third group will be assigned inflectional endings. So we have work for both the two groups and the third group as well. Each group have to locate the words of the assigned category from the text of unit number 4. Now, use your detective skills, use your understanding, and find out the words that you are assigned to. You have a worksheet attached where you have to place the rightfully correct prefix and suffix accordingly and submit it to your teacher. Now, let's wrap up what we have read today. What did we cover today? We covered that our word can have different parts. We covered that we recognize parts of words in compound words, inflectional endings, and affixes. And we practiced to recognize part of words. And this sums up our lecture. Here we have achieved our students' learning outcome of understanding prefixes and suffixes. This is all about today's lecture, dear learners. Thank you for listening. Allah